Hello everyone. I am your host and speaker Sarana Kumar, and I am senior BA developer at Infometry. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. In today's webinar, I will be talking about new features and AI in Power BI. You will leave with new features in Power BI and how it can help you. Feel free to drop questions on the topic or share your struggles and experience during this live session. We will answer your queries through chat. Let's start the session. This session is organized by Infometry. We are a pure play data analytics company based out of Fremont, California, with our offshore development center in Bangalore, India. We came into inception back in 2010, and since then we have been offering domain-specific analytics solutions for high-tech, energy, life sciences, retail, manufacturing, and finance customers. Being a data analytics software services and solutions provider, we focus on delivering predictive and prescriptive analytics, AI and ML solutions, cloud data warehouse implementation, data governance, enterprise service bus, microservice-based integration solutions, big data, cloud DevOps, Salesforce CRM, and product engineering, etc. Infometry has been an engineering and consulting service partner for companies like Snowflake, Google Cloud, Informatica, MuleSoft, Databricks, Python, AWS, Tableau, Adaptive Insights, Microsoft Azure, and Metlian, etc. Moreover, Infometry has developed 22 plus Informatica Cloud connectors and Snowflake native apps with pre-built connectivity to NetSuite, Salesforce, and Marketo, enabling real-time analytics across Snowflake, Google BigQuery, Amazon Redshift, Databricks, and Azure Synapse. One mentioned under blue blocks are developed and owned by us, and the rest all are developed by us only for organizations like Informatica and SAP Keltis, etc. We have developed a state-of-the-art analytics solution, InfoFiscus, which can be hooked to any on-prem or cloud CRM or ERP or planning apps. InfoFiscus is 100% cloud-based pre-built analytics software developed using open architecture. InfoFiscus comes in 3 different flavors: finance, supply chain, and sales and marketing analytics. We are delighted to announce the launch of the next generation InfoFiscus Snowflake native applications featuring pre-built connectivity to NetSuite, Salesforce, Marketo, and more. These applications enable seamless integration and real-time analytics. That's our quick introduction and how now let's move to our today's agenda. Power BI continues to evolve, bringing powerful new features and AI-driven capabilities that are transforming how we analyze and visualize data. Let's dive into the exciting innovations in Power BI that are changing the game for data professionals. Some of the new features and AI capabilities in Power BI are add column from examples, smart narrative, Q&A, decomposition tree, analyze the fluctuations. The new feature that we are going to see is add column from examples. The Power BI's add column from example feature is available in Power Query Editor, enables user to create new columns by providing sample output values. Power BI then automatically determines the necessary transformations to generate the desired result. This tool is ideal when you are not familiar with all the specific transformation steps, or maybe you are not too comfortable with M language syntax. What I love is that it lets me quickly derive new columns without writing a single line of code. I can apply transformation to all columns or just once I select. Super flexible and user friendly. I often use it to extract substrings, for example, pulling out text from text that appears before or after a certain delimiter. It is also great for combining multiple columns into single one, or when I need to clean up format entries in my dataset. It handles all of that with ease. Let's see a demo. So here I have opened the Power BI and I'm going to create a blank report and add the data. So this is the add column from examples data that I'm going to use. So this add column from examples uh, feature can be used in the Power Query editor. So in order to use that one, I am selecting all the 4 sheets which are available in the Microsoft Excel sheet, and I am just selecting transform data. So first we will talk about the split, how we can split the data you're using this add column from features. So as you can see, the data is not proper. So the column header, which is to be in it is placed in first row. So I have used use first row as header, and I am changed the format of the table. So if I want to pull the US characters from this particular column, so I need to go to this add column, and I have selected this particular column, and then I have the two options here. This is the add column from example feature. So here we have two options. One is from all columns from selection. So as I have selected the column, so I am going to use this one and give the examples here. So if I give some examples, so US give enter. So automatically it pulls the uh, data from this column and creates a new column. But as you can see, the US is common to all the rows. So I will use a different one. So as you can see, the year 2025, it is there between the two delimiters. So I can pull that particular number here, give enter. So here you can see, when I gave the 2025, it automatically creates the data for the second row and for all the rows available. So here you can see from first row, it is 2025. The last row, it is 2024. So it automatically creates that particular example and creates the column. And you can see the expression which is created here. And if I give OK, the new column will be added to the particular table. Let me remove this. And I will select this one, customer name. And then I will use the selection. So here, if I want the customer name's first name, like Helen or Arthur, Bruce, like that. So I'm going to type Helen here, give enter. So automatically it pulls the first name to the new column. And using the first example, it creates the new column, how the data looks like. And also it shows how the expression will look like. So if you want this particular first name in all caps, so if I give enter, so it automatically produces the first name in all caps. Or if you want to get the second or last name, so I am typing SMA. So it produces the last name and all caps, and it creates this new column. So if I give OK, it automatically creates the new column. So this way you can split the data, and using the delimiter, space, hyphen, comma, anything which is there in the column, you can use that, and you can split the first name and last name or any characters in that particular column. So this is splitting. So next we will see how the merge can be done. So here we have the product ID is the category and subcategory. Suppose if I want to create a new column from all the columns which is available here. So let me enter the first example here, hyphen. And instead of putting all the characters from category or subcategory, I'm going to take only the first two characters, like FUR hyphen BOO. So as you can see, the first two rows are correct, but the third row, it shows office supplies, but it is showing FUR. That means the example which I have given has not picked up. So we need to give one more example, that is 15220 hyphen FUR hyphen CHA. So automatically, using the second example, it picks up the values and creates a new column which is required for us. So you can see the expression, that is M language, which is created at the top using the examples we have given. So if you give OK here, so it will create a new column with the data available. So we don't want to create we don't want to manually create some big expressions like this. Using just the column from examples option, we can create a new column and complete the process without understanding the syntax of the M language. So this is one method. So if you want to, let me remove this step. So if you want to again add another column, like same, like first two digit of, I will use the 5 digit and first character and the first character of the. So it has not picked up. So I'm going to give another example. So let me type C here. So here you can see after giving two examples, it has picked up the data, how it should look like. And using that, you can create the new column. So this is the merge option that we can use. Next is the date. So here you can see only one column is there. So I can directly click the options here or use the particular column like that. So creating the date, creating some functions from the date, it will be little difficult, but using this add column from the example, you can create multiple columns, like you can use some 25 plus functions using this particular feature. So if I type 08, so it will pick up the day which is showing here. So if you want to change it to month, so it automatically picks up the number which is between the delimiter. But here you can see the date is showing till 12 and also the month also showing till 11. So we don't know which is month, which is day. In an Indian format, it is different. In US format, it is different. But from the expression, you can understand that is, it is whatever we have created is the month. So the number which is in between this delimiter is the month. Date dot month order date. So it created the month. Likewise, you can also create the year. But if you want to change the month name to something like in text, so I am going to add the month name in, so 11 is November, so I am adding that one. So I need to give one more example. So still it haven't picked up. So what I can do is give one more example. So 12 hyphen June hyphen 2008. So now you can see after three examples, it has picked up how I wanted the format, and using this we can create the new column. So here you can see the new expression that is created. So this is actually a big expression which we need some 2 or 3 hours to create this expression, because after doing multiple tests, then only we can create this expression. But here, using these examples, within 15 to 20 seconds, you can create the new column without understanding the syntax. Okay. And one more shortcut is there. Let me do the step again. So if you double click here, so automatically, as it is a date field, so automatically it shows the what are the functions that can be used or what output you can get from this particular date. So if I type week here, you can see what are the functions available for the week. So it shows day of week name, end of week, start of week, week of month from order date, week of year. So everything it will be listed. Similarly, for day it is there, month it is there, quarter, year, everything it is there. So you can just select this option and get the required output accordingly. So this is one type of method that can be used in the add column feature. So next is alphanumeric. So here we have a table which contains single column, and you can see the table is not proper. So I'm just rearranging the things here and go to add columns. And so here, if I want the first name, like first text before the delimiter space, so I will add Pawan here. So automatically it pulls the first name which is there in the column. So instead, if I want to pull the last number, so here you can see like till fifth row, the number, the format is similar, but after like from the sixth row, the format is little different. Like the name is there, number, city, again number, and region, again number. So because of that, we are not getting the last number that is required to display. So instead, it is showing from the sixth row, it is different. So what I can do is, instead of giving the second row example, I can directly go to sixth row and give the number 25, which is the last number, and give enter. So automatically it picks up and creates the new column for us. So this is one way. And if you want to remove all the numbers which is mentioned in the column, and you want to display only the text. So for that one, I will type Pavan, Mumbai, enter. So again, I'm giving the another example. So now you can see it has picked up, but it missed out the east, south, those region names. It is lost like from sixth row. So what I'm going to do is again add one more hyphen here, east, given. So automatically it shows the remaining data how it looks, and you can see how the expression will be. So here, this is the looped expression, that is M language function that can be used in order to create this column. So without knowing that syntax or without knowing the M query function, I have created this column. So this is the advantage of add column from example. Let me go back to the presentation. If you know what you want your data to look like, but you are not quite sure how to get there, this is the feature for you. It bridges that gap. It's especially handy when the transformation you need is not available in the standard UI options. I also rely on it during quick prototyping or when I am exploring a data set and want to try things out fast without committing to complex steps. So without knowing this, you can directly go to the add columns and complete the process. Let me introduce a powerful feature that's become a game changer in how I present the data, Smart Narrative. It automatically generates text-based summaries of visuals and data insights. What's great is that it uses natural language to explain trends, patterns, and even anomalies without me having to write a single sentence manually. It converts charts and metrics into clear, easy to understand narratives. I can fully customize the text, whether I want to tweak the wording, add dynamic values, or apply formatting to match the tone and style I need. One of the things I love most is that it auto updates with the data. So when the number change, the narrative changes too instantly. It's real time storytelling without any manual intervention. Some of the use cases for this feature are it's incredibly helpful in executive dashboard where I need to convey insights quickly and clearly. It is also perfect for reports intended for non-technical stakeholders those who want the story behind the numbers, and when I am scaling up reports across teams. Smart narrative helps automate that storytelling process so I can focus on decision making, not formatting. Let's see a demo. So in order to use that, I will open a new workbook. So I'm going to use the sample superstore data. So this is a standard data where all the BI people will be using this standard data for analysis or creating a dummy dashboard for their presentation, like our presentation, or maybe for a demo purpose, they will use this data. So let me add this data. So here I'm selecting the orders table, directly loading it. So the data has been loaded. So here you can see the fields which are available in the table. It's loaded. So first, in order to show the smart narrative, first we need to create some sample charts. So let me create some pie chart that shows sales by region. So this is a pie chart which shows sales by region. I'm copying this one and going to change just so changing it to segment. And let me add one more chart here at the bottom. So let me create this column chart. So I'm adding subcategory, and the value is again sales. So now it is showing the descending order of the subcategory by sales. And let me add the do some formatting, turn on this data label in order to show the values. Yeah. So here I have the three charts. One is showing sales by region, another one is showing sales by segment, and sales by subcategory. So here you can see tabs have the more have the sales done for more sales have been done on chairs and less have been done on fasteners. And the values here in the segment level, consumer have that most sales done on the consumer section, and for the region section in the west have the highest. But visually we can see that. But in order to explain this one to the end user, we need some other support. So for that one, we need to use this visual. So here you can see AI visuals is there. Inside that we have key influencers, decomposition tree, Q&A, and smart narrative. Okay, so this is the one we are going to use now. Let me click outside and create this one. So once the charts are already there in the report, then automatically the smart narrative analyze the charts which is in the display and creates a smart narrative. So here you can see West had the highest sum of sales, like 7,39,000 something value, followed by East, Central, and South. So here you can see this is the chart which is explained in the first point. So West have the highest sales, and it is showing the numbers here. And West accounted for 31.8% of sum of sales. So that percentage also mentioned here. So let me um, yeah, let me increase this one. So here you can see the values here. So 31.8%. The value waste accounted for 31.8% sum of sales. And next point, it is explaining about this bar chart. At 3,35,000 chairs had the highest sum of sales and was the 3,835.29% higher than the fastener. So it is comparing the value with the lowest value, the fasteners, which had the lowest sum of sales, 8,532. So across all subcategories, sum of sales ranged from 8,500 to 3,35,000. So it is comparing the lowest and the highest value. But advantage is if you want to add some other values here, so you can directly type the text here. So I'm typing total sales is, and if I want to add the values here, I need to type here, but sales, give enter. So it is showing the value. This is the total sales value. I'm just clicking give save. So automatically the value is getting added here. And I'm increasing some doing formatting. So here you can see the smart narrative has added. The one of the key advantage of this smart narrative is if I click this bar, so according to that bar which I have selected, it will automatically shows the values will change and show the proper value which is related to this particular bar. So it is a dynamic one. Smart narrative is a dynamic one. So according to that, you can see the pie chart also has been uh, filtered and it is showing highlighting the values accordingly for this particular shares bar. So not only this, if I want to select only the West region, this will be filtered and accordingly the bar chart also will be filtered. So again, here in the sales by segment, I'm selecting the home office. Also accordingly, the home office values is showing up here. So this is one of the key feature that can be shown into the report so the end user can understand the values and how it is compared, and if you want to edit and show the values in a different way, you can add the values into the smart narrative and show it in a dynamic way. Let me go back to the presentation. Now, while smart narrative is a powerful AI visual, it is important to aware of a few current limitations. For starters, it is not supported when using publish to web, Power BI report server, or when working with certain data sources. So if you are planning to distribute your report through one of the channels, you will need to consider alternatives for those scenarios. Another thing to keep in mind is that there is a limit of 16 summaries per page and a maximum of 4 per visual. So if you have a very data dense report, you will need to be selective about where you apply the narrative. Also, some visuals or more complex measures might not generate summaries at all. The AI does a great job in most cases, but it's not perfect, especially with custom or intricate calculations. That said, it's worth noting that this is a fairly new feature, and many of these limitations may be addressed in future updates. Microsoft is continuously improving these AI tools, so we can expect it to get even more flexible and powerful over time. Another fantastic AI capabilities I love using in Power BI is Q&A visual. Here is what it makes so powerful. It allows me to interact with my data using natural language queries, just like asking a question in plain English. And the best part, I get answer back in the form of charts and graphs automatically tailored to the context of my question. A few key feature that makes even more impressive is that the smart visual selection, the tool figures out the best visual to present my data based on what I am asking for. So if I ask about trends, it might show a line chart. If I ask about distribution, it might choose a bar or pie chart. Even better, I can request specific visual types in my question. For example, I may say, show total sales by region as a tree map, and Power BI knows uh, what to do. So it's also incredibly accessible. I can use it directly on dashboards, inside reports via Q&A visuals or buttons, and even on mobile apps or embedded analytics. That means I can get insight from anywhere. Q&A availability depends on how the dashboard or report is set up. On my user permission, so if something isn't not working, I usually double check those settings. Also, for best experience, the data model really matters. I make sure that the field names are clear, user friendly, because the more instinctive data model, the better Q&A can understand the respond accurately. So we can see a demo on that one. I'm going to use the same data, sample superstore data for that one. So in order to create the Q&A, you don't need to create a new charts or anything. So from the Q&A itself, you can create the charts, required charts. So I can show you how a dashboard or a report can be completed within 2 minutes or 3 minutes using this Q&A. So let me create a. So this is the Q&A chart, which is available here. So you can see the AA visuals. Under AA visuals, you have the Q&A. So now I want the total sales. So I am just typing sales here and give enter. So it is showing the total sales available. So let me put this here. So if you click this button, it will be created as a new chart. Okay. Then again go to this Q&A. Here I am typing profit. So it is showing the profit value. So I'm clicking this value to turn into a chart. So I am placing this one here. And again, I'm going to insert one more chart here. Let me put this count of customer. So totally we have 800 customers. So let me add this to the visual. Not only that, we can create different types of charts also, as I said. So here I'm going to type sales by region. So here it is already giving me a bar chart. So if you want to show this data in a bar chart format, then you can add this one here. So let me add this one. But in order to get different types of chart, you need to mention the keywords here. So sales by segment. Let me add donut. The keyword is donut. So if I mention donut, then automatically instead of giving a bar chart, it will give you a donut chart. So I am adding this chart here. And let me go and add one more chart. So here we have the normal charts. Now what I can do is add sales by date using map. So I will show through a map how the sales looks like. So here you can see I have created the map chart without, so you can see I have created 3 KPI charts and 3 maps without knowing how to create or which fields is just using the natural language, I have created this tab. So it will be an interactive report also. So if you click here, so West region, it is showing the West region data here. And accordingly, the segment also showing and the values also changing accordingly. So you can see that it becomes an interactive dash. So within seconds, you can using this Q&A feature, you can create multiple charts and complete a dashboard if you know the requirement. So this is the advantage, and this is the best feature for the best feature in Power BI. So using the natural language, you can complete the dashboard. No. So if you give more keywords, then it will give you more detailed charts. Like if you want top 3 states by top 3 sales by state. So here you can see California have the highest and New York has the second and Texas. Like that, it will be automatically shows the top 3. Actually, more states are there, but when we mention top 3, it automatically filters this particular data. So let me add this to the visual. So here you can see it automatically filters the top 3 by sum of sales. So it is showing the state and which is the top 3. Similarly, you can, if you want to add bottom 3, again go to the Q&A chart, bottom 3 sales by sorry, bottom 3 profit by state. So it is showing the bottom 3, and I am adding this one to the visual. So Texas have the, here it is showing the sales, here it is showing profit. So Texas has the lowest profit, and Ohio has the second lowest, and Pennsylvania, like that. The list is going on. So here also you can see it shows the bottom 3. Automatically, it adds the filter to the visual. So this way you can use the Q&A. And one more thing is, if you want to filter in more detailed way, like if you know any customer name or if you know any customer ID, and if you want to filter using that particular customer, then you can add that customer name into the Q&A and get the result. So in order to get the customer name, I will go here and take this customer name, copy. So I am mentioning sales. So for this particular customer, it shows it is the sales. Okay, so let me add this to the visual. So you can see here, filter on this visual. So it filters the uh, particular customer name and show what is the sales value for that particular customer. So this way you can go in a detailed way and get the results from this Q&A. So this is the feature available in the AI section of the charts. Let me go back to the presentation. To really get most out of the Q&A feature in Power BI, I have found a new best practice makes a difference. Words like total, average, count, top, bottom, before, after, greater than, less than, or between really help refine my queries. I can even specify the visual I want, like asking sales by region as bar chart, and Power BI picks the right visualization instantly. As I type, I get auto completion, spelling correction, and even live previews of visuals. It's incredibly helpful. I also pay attention to the underlined terms in my question. A single underline means the term is recognized. A double underline shows it's being interpreted. A dotted underline, that means the term wasn't recognized, so I usually rephrase it or check the data model. Next, I have learned to ask clear and specific questions. The more precise I am, the better the results. So instead of something vague, I will ask total sales in 2024 by product category. Adding that extra context like a year or category helps Q&A give me exactly what I'm looking for. When I want a specific layout, I just ask for it. For example, I will say show revenue by quarter as a line chart. and it gets it right almost every time. Everything it does is based on the underlying semantic model. So if field names are confusing or unclear, the tool might struggle. I always make sure that the model uses intuitive names. That way the Q&A experience feels smooth and natural. One of the most powerful visuals I use for deep interactive analysis in Power BI is the decomposition tree. It lets me visualize data across multiple dimensions and explore it in whatever order I choose. The best part is it automatically aggregates the data and supports ad hoc exploration. This makes it an ideal tool for root cause analysis. I can define the analyze field. This is the metric I want to understand better. It could be total sales, number of back orders, average cost, whatever metric I need to dig into. I add explain by fields, which are the dimension I want to break the metric down by. For example, I might want to look like sales by region, product category, or sales rep. And I can drill down in any order I like. There is no fixed path. Here is what it gets really smart. AI splits. Power BI uses AI to recommend the next best dimension to explore based on pattern like highlighting what's driving high or low values. It saves me from guessing and helps surface insights I might have missed. The interactive experience is also a big win. I just click on any node to expand it and keep drilling deeper into the data. Plus, it fully supports cross filtering, so it syncs up beautifully with the other visuals in my report. Let me walk you through a few of the key features. Let me open the Power BI again. I'm going to use the same sample superstore data. So let me open the decomposition tree. This is the decomposition tree chart. So here, uh, so in order to analyze the profit, so let me add the profit field here. And I'm going to add category, segment, and region. So this is the decomposition tree. So once you have added these things, you will see a plus icon here. So once you click here, it will show a list of dimensions which you have added. So category, I am opening the category. So here, let me format. So technology is the highest profit holder, and the office supplies is the second, and furniture is the third. So now the first level of dimension it is showing, the category level it is showing. Next, if I want to dig deeper, how the profit values are looking, so I can add region. So here you can see region, west, central, south. So how the profit value is split up in these regions. And if you want to see the next level, so click the plus here, add segment. So it is showing consumer, home offices, corporate. So how the 48,000, this value is getting split up in the segment level. So if you want to select any of this particular region, so you can see how the values are shared here, the profit level. And if you want to change the hierarchy, so you can change accordingly. Like if you click that one, you can see the bolded text. So it shows that these are the things you have selected, like sum of profit, technology, waste, and it is showing how the values are split up. So here you have added category first, region, and segment. So if you want to rearrange this one, you can remove these things. Again, go to this one, add segments first, and add category next, add region last. So this way, again, you can rearrange. And if you, this is a developer version, so you can change accordingly. But when you publish it to the end user, this should not change. So you can lock this particular option. So we cannot, the end user, once it is published to end user, They cannot change these values. So the only thing is they can visualize these values by clicking it. And one of the important thing which can be used here is the conditional formatting. So we need to format this chart. Go to conditional formatting, and you are seeing the sum of profit here. Turn on this one. Go to this conditional formatting option. We are going to add a rule here. So here I'm going to keep the 0, and here I'm going to keep the max value and give the color blue and add a new row. And here I am going to keep it as it is and change it to red. So this, what will help is like if you see if the profit is negative, so it will automatically show the uh, red color which is in negative. So automatically we can identify where the profit is lacking, or which region or which category or which segment we are lacking this particular value. So using this particular decomposition tree chart, we can analyze the data where using different types of dimensions, we can analyze the values and get a proper result. Why it happened, and what can be done to rectify this issue. So this is the usage of this decomposition tree chart. Let me go back to the presentation. I find it incredibly helpful when I'm trying to pinpoint what's driving a metric's performance, whether it is a spike in sale or dip in customer satisfaction. I also use it for root cause analysis in our operational areas like supply chain back orders, inventory shortages, or any situation where I need to understand why behind the numbers. While the decomposition tree is incredibly powerful, there are a few important considerations and limitations to keep in mind when using it. First, there are some capacity constraints. The tree can support up to 50 levels, which is generally more than enough for most analysis, but something to be aware of if you are working with deep hierarchies. It can handle up to 5,000 data points visualized at once, which helps maintain performance and responsiveness. But if you are working with extremely large sets, you might need to filter or refine your data first. By default, each level in the tree only shows the top 10 items. So if you are looking to explore beyond that, you will need to make some manual adjustment or rethink how the data is structured for that level of detail. Finally, it's good to know that decomposition tree is currently supported within Q&A visuals, so you can actually generate it by asking a question, which adds another layer of interactivity to your reports. Another incredible useful capability I rely on in Power BI is the analyze the fluctuation feature. Here is what it does. Allows me to dig into why certain values in a report have increased or decreased or shown unusual behavior all directly within the visual. It's perfect for those moments when I spot a spike or dip and want to instantly understand what's driving it. It all starts with contextual analysis. Like I simply right click on a specific data point like sales increase in March, and I get options like explain the increase, explain the decrease, or find where the distribution is different. It's quick, intuitive, and focused exactly where I need it. What's really powerful is that behind the scenes, Power BI uses machine learning algorithm to do the heavy lifting. It analyzes the data and identifies the key factors contributing to that change automatically. The insights are visual, easy to understand. I get waterfall charts, scatter plots, or ribbon charts depending on what best explains the pattern. And I can interact with those visuals, switch between them, or even add them directly to my report if I want to keep them for reference or share with others. It's perfect for uncovering why sales spiked in one region or why customer satisfaction dipped in a particular quarter. I have also used it to spot distribution difference across categories, things that might not be obvious just by looking at the data. Let me walk you through how it works. So I'm going to use the same sample superstore data again. So let me create a, so this is the Sorry. I am going to use the bar chart. So here I am going to add order date, and in the x-axis I am going to add sales. So in order to show in a proper detailed way, I can drill down this so that here you can see, right, quarter one, quarter two, quarter three for the particular year, it is showing up. Let me turn on the label. So yeah, so here you can see the pattern, like for the Q1, uh, you can see some sales are there. Q2, it is higher than Q1. Q3, it is higher than Q2. Like that, the pattern is there. And there is a dip. For after Q4, there is a dip in the Q1. Again, so after in the next year, there is a dip in the Q1. So in order to analyze that particular decrease, what we can do is just right click this bar and go to this option analyze and explain the decrease. So automatically within seconds, what it will do is it will show the difference. Like here is the analysis of the 61.959% decrease in sum of sales between Q4 and Q1. That is 2022 Q4 and 2023 Q1. So how the what happened on the decrease? Like which city doesn't perform well or which state doesn't perform well, like that it will show in a detailed way, like using the multiple charts. So this is showing the region. So east is having the least sales during this particular time period. So west is like minus 34k, central showing minus 22k. So like that you can compare the two quarters, and during this particular time period, how the values got decreased and which section performed poor in this during this period. So that way you can analyze this data. And also, if you want to add this data to the visual, just click this one so that automatically this chart will be added to the report. So here you can see this waterfall chart is added. Not only that, so if you want to, this is actually we are analyzing the decrease. So if you want to know why the increase happened, so from Q3 to Q4, if you want to know why the increase happened, again right click, go to analyze, explain the increase. So it will automatically show the percentage increase, like 40.22% increase in the sales from 2023 Q3 to 2023 Q4. So it is showing the different types of dimension level charts that can be shown. Like here you can see the customer name, who is the customer who gave the highest level of sales, like Harry, Mary, Clay, like that. Customer names are available. So that way we can analyze who performed well during this time period, and which region performed, which city performed well during this time. So these things can be analyzed, and also if you want to change, if you think this waterfall chart is boring, then you can change this one to ribbon chart or a stacked bar chart or scatter plot chart, like that. You can add different things here, and you can add this visual to the particular report, and the end user will understand where this dip happened or where the performance got dipped or increased. Like that they can do the analysis. So this is one way of analyzing the fluctuations happened in this time period. Another thing is, here we are just showing the decrease and increase, but if you want to compare random two quarters. Like if I want to compare this 2022 Q3 with 2024 Q4, then just select those two bar, right click, go to analyze and explain the increase. So here you can see like 62.67 increase in sum of sales between Q3 and Q4 has been happened. So it is not the continuous bars. It is like random bars we are selecting and trying to analyze how it performed well during this period. So here, same results will be there. You can modify the charts, and if you want to do any formatting, so you can do the include here. You can click the plus, and automatically this report will be added, and you can analyze this data and compare with the previous report or previous quarter values and get a proper result and get an understanding like how to fix this issue in the future. Like that you can get a decision. So this is the usage of uh, analyzing the fluctuation option features in this particular Power BI. Let me go back to the person. While the analyze fluctuation feature is incredibly powerful, there are a few things I always keep in mind when using it. This feature works really well on bar and line charts. That's where it fully enabled, but it's not available on custom visuals or some of the more specialized chart types. So I make sure I'm using a compatible visual before trying to access this analysis. It's comparing the selected data point to the immediately previous one. So if I am looking at a bar chart of monthly sales, I click on March, it's going to explain the change from Feb to March, not the entire trend over time. You will need a pro or premium license to use this feature. But the good news is it's available in both reading and editing view. So even report consumer can interact with it, not just the designer. I can switch the visual types used for the insights, whether it is a waterfall chart, scatter plot, or ribbon chart. And I can even add those insights directly into my report, which makes it easy to keep a record of what I discovered or share it with others. Finally, not all data configuration or complex measures will generate insights. So if I am working with heavily calculated fields or unconventional models, I might run into cases where no insights are available. Overall, it is one of the best tools I have found for automated storytelling and deep insights without, without needing to dig through layers of filters or manual analysis. Yeah, that's it. So I have explained all the AI features available in Power BI and given a demo. So please let me know if you guys have any questions.
Yeah, I would request everyone to unmute yourself and please ask the questions.
Hi Sarvana. I have a question.
Yeah. Hi.
So, as this webinar we are regarding the AI in Power BI. So, does the Power BI supports integration with external AI and ML services?
AI and ML services, that's the question, right? You are asking?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, actually it is using that AI and ML services. Yes, Power BI actually connects with the cognitive services and Azure machine learning and allowing organization to apply that trained model directly within the report. So this AI and ML only uses mainly in the backend so that we are getting this advanced result in the dashboards. Otherwise, we won't get these features like comparatively in other BI tools. These features are not available directly. We need to implement multiple steps, then only we can get the output. But usually, as Power BI uses the AI and the ML services indirectly in the backend, so we are getting the quick results, and whatever results we are expecting, it can be visualized within a time period, short time period.
Okay.
Hey, Sona.
Okay, Sarvana. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Sona. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
what's
yes, sir.
what's the limitation of building a visuals in Power BI?
Yeah, so see, the Power BI uses this AI. It's not like ChatGPT or Google Gemini. Okay, so it is just using the basic level of AI. So it just using the quick insights of the data, like what it can be, beginner level of the usage it is done in the Power BI. Okay, so it's not fully using the like Chat GPT, how the AI is getting trained, right? So that way it is not using that feature. So it is just the starting level of AI which is used in Power BI. So automatically there are some limitations, like you cannot use some complex data and you don't have the control over this visualization which needs to be created. Like if some of the complex visualizations are available, then it is it will automatically decline the request. So there is some limitations. Maybe in the future these will be rectified and we will be seeing a new Power BI.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, hi
Thank
Sarvana, this is Kokila.
Hi, Rosie. Yeah.
So, is the add column from examples available in Microsoft Excel? Or if it is there, any difference between the functions available in two applications?
Yeah, actually, the add column from example is a feature which is already available in Microsoft Excel. In the Power Query editor, you can use that. Or maybe you would have heard that flash fill option, which is already available in the Microsoft Excel. It is some type of advanced feature that is used in Power BI. That is add column from example. The only difference is the flash fill is quick but manual. We need to do it manual. But in the Power BI, it is smarter, repeatable, and refreshable. Like it is a smarter one compared with the Excel feature which is already available. So that is the main difference. And also it will be doing the dynamic change, not like in Excel we need to, if there is some change in the data, we need to apply that manually sometimes. But in Power BI, whenever the backend data changes, it automatically detects that and changes accordingly and gives the proper output.
Yeah,
I
okay.
hope you got the answer.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Hey Sarvana, this is Poonam. And I have a
Right.
question like, is the Power BI using the full features of AI? For example, as we are using ChatGPT, it is getting
Yeah.
trained by the questions, request given by us. So if the Power BI application doing the same?
Actually, no, like it's not going to use the full features of AI. It's only using the some integrated AI capabilities, only like few of the options. It's not using the complete access or complete thing which ChatGPT is doing. So ChatGPT is a fully functional AI platform, but Power BI just using some of the features in their charts or in analyzing the data, it uses some features and producing that in the dashboard or chart level. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Sarvana.
Thank you, Puno.
Hi, Sarvana, Vikas this side.
Hi, Vikas.
I'm Arya. Sarvana, like you were explaining the features of the Power BI related to AI. Can AI in Power BI handles or takes care of unstructured data also?
Yeah, actually, Power BI handles that because that is the advantage of Power BI. Like as the Power Query editor is there, right? So
Right.
it is like a small ETL tool. So
Okay.
whatever unstructured data you are giving into Power BI, using the Power Query editor, we can clean up the data and make it structured one. Like you can text can be added, images, social media feeds, everything can be added to Power BI. And the using the Power Query editor, it converts that to a structured data, and then we can produce that data into the dashboards and charts and get an insight.
Okay. Understood. Yeah. Thanks, Sarvana.
Thank you, Vikas.
Yep. Hi, Sarvana. Dheeraj here.
Hi, Dheeraj.
Yeah, thank you so much for this live session on new features and AI capabilities in Power BI. And I hope everyone found the session useful and like really insightful. Thank you so much. And yeah, have a good day. That's it for the day. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Ravana.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.